Okay, boys and girls, now that we have finished the user interview and you have an idea what your partner wants to learn and what their obstacles might be, now it's time to imagine the app that you will create to help them learn that thing and overcome those barriers. Okay, so I'm going to take you through this next assignment and explain thoroughly what you need to do. You can see what it says right here. For this project, you will be creating a paper prototype of an app to help a classmate learn something new. Okay, paper prototype just means it's a test version. Okay, so you're going to try to create like a rough draft of an app. Okay, you've already interviewed your classmate. You'll need to create the app that helps them overcome their barriers. Okay, feel free to try creative new approaches to the problem you've identified, but whatever you decide to design, make sure you're empathizing with the needs of your user. That's what we've been focusing on this whole time. It's not an app for you, it's an app for the person you're designing it for to help them. So we got to think that way, okay? So you will submit this project guide, okay, and the screens of your app. You're going to draw what's on each screen. So you're going to imagine an app and what's on each screen as you go through the app, and you're going to draw that out, okay? It says they'll be drawn on note cards. You're just going to draw it on a piece of paper, okay? At most, you can have 6 screens, okay? So I don't want you to think of an app that's more complicated than that. 6 screens is plenty. And you're going to do a navigation diagram, okay? And I'll show you what that is in a second, okay? And you do not have to do the poster. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to delete that. We don't have to do that. Okay, so this is the easy part. Define the problem, okay? Right here, define the problem. It's the easy part because you've already done this part. You've already done the interview, so you know what your classmate wants to learn. You're going to type that in. You know what the barriers are that are going to prevent them from learning that. You already wrote them down, so just write them down here again. Now, here's where you're going to start thinking. What type of app will help address your user's needs? Okay, what type of app is it going to be? Is it going to be the type of app that has video instruction? Is it going to be the type of app that collects money? Is it going to be the type of app that is like a library or a database of resources for your person? Is it going to be like a social connection app? Is it, what kind of app is it going to be? Okay, so not just what type of app. Is it going to be like a sports app or a social media app or like a video app, a video guide app? Okay, so those are the things you're thinking about. Okay, so you answer those 3 questions, and then this is the part that's going to take the most time right here. In the space below, list the minimum features your app will need to meet your users' needs. So the things you're going to start saying are, my app is going to need to have a lot of video tutorials, or my app is going to need to have a database of recipes. So say your partner wanted to learn how to cook. Okay, my app is going to need lots of pictures that show step by step how to do this thing, or my app is going to need a way for my partner to raise money because maybe that was one of their barriers. Okay, so it's going to have to be like an app that maybe connects them with possible jobs for students of their age. Okay, so you got to think outside the box. This app is designed to help your partner learn what they want to learn and overcome their barriers. So you're going to start thinking about the features your app needs to meet your users' needs. Now, if you want, go to Google Play Store, okay? The option is here to go to Google Play Store and look at some apps. Look at all the, as a matter of fact, let's just go there now. Google Play. Okay, let's start looking around Google Play, or just Google Play. Let's start looking around. Now you can see that there are, if I go to the apps, that there are, if I go to categories, okay, look at all the different types of apps there are. Action, adventure, okay, those are all the games. There's art and design, beauty, books and reference, comics, communication, don't look at the dating one, education, entertainment, okay, tons of different categories. If you want, open one up, start looking around at some of the apps, look at how they're created, and that'll give you some ideas for possibly your app, okay? Now, coming back here, you're going to list all the features your app needs, okay? Just follow the directions, okay? I'm just trying to help you out, understand them a little bit. Then you're going to sketch your screens, okay? on a blank sheet of paper, sketch the outline of your screens and how a user will navigate between them. Now, what I mean by that is this. This is an example. This is a lesson that we actually skipped. I could have made you do it, but I didn't. It's called Text Your Grandkids. It's supposed to be an app for elderly people to learn how to text their younger grandchildren, how to be cool, okay? So now you can see that the screens of the app are sketched out. You see that, right? Screens are sketched out. You can see one of them's the home screen. That's right here. Then, so there's pictures of the grandkids there, right? Clicking on one of them, you follow this purple line, leads to the page of that grandchild. Okay, so this is the navigation diagram. There are arrows drawn between the screens that show when you click on something where you go. Okay, so you can see that if I'm on the Suzette page and I click this button down here, it says chat. It leads to a screen where you can chat with that person. Okay. Then if you click the little icon, the little emoticon, it takes you to a screen that defines what those letters mean or what that emoticon is, okay? So it's pretty cool. Then from that screen, you can see there's a home button, and if I follow that line all the way up, it shows that it leads back to the home screen. Then there's the chat button that leads back to the chat screen, and then there's a settings button that leads, guess where? To the settings page. And okay, or the help page, that's the help page. So it's the help button and the help page. And then there's a settings button on the help page that leads, guess where? To the settings page. Okay, so you guys get the idea? These are 6 screens of the app. There's a home screen, there's a settings screen, there's a library screen, resources, there's a chat screen, and that's all specific to this app. You are not going to create these same exact 6 screens because you're creating an app for your partner. This is a completely different project, right? But this will give you an idea that you could have 6 screens, each with something different, and show a little map or diagram drawing the arrows of when you click on stuff where it takes you. So you should have a way to go from any screen to any screen in your app by the time you're done. Okay, back to this. So you're going to sketch those out on a blank piece of paper. Remember, 6 screens is what you're shooting for at most. So you can have fewer than 6. Okay, not too many. I would say at least 4 if you want. Okay, so here are some guidelines. Okay, you read through them. They make perfect sense. Focus on structure. What's the purpose of each screen? So you're obviously going to want to have a home screen, maybe an explanation of what the app is and what you're doing there. Okay, you're going to design your screens based on the features that you decide right up here. Remember, you're going to talk about the features your app needs. Based on that, that's what's going to lead you to designing each screen. Okay, so start with the core features. So you don't have time for a lot of bells and whistles, just the core stuff. Add the extras once you're done, but you don't even need to worry about that, okay? Decide what consistent design features you'll use, okay? For example, a menu that's always at the top. That's always nice. Like if you always see the same buttons at the top, like home, settings, maybe something else, always at the top, that's a nice thing. Your users get used to that. And don't worry about drawing everything perfectly. God knows if I were a student doing this assignment, I'm the worst artist in the world. I'd be doing a terrible job. So just draw the best you can, okay? Draw the best you can, okay? All right, so you're going to create your screens like we just talked about. You're going to fold and cut a piece of paper into 6 pieces. So just take a normal size piece of paper, blank piece of paper, fold it in half, and then fold it in, turn it sideways and fold it 3, and then you'll have 6 pieces, right? Fold it once, that makes 2 halves, and then you take it, turn it sideways, and then fold it 3 that way. That'll make 6 screens if you need them all. You can use pencils, markers, colored pencils, or anything you wish to create the interface of your app. And then the navigation diagram are the arrows that go between all the screens. So you're going to draw your screens, what's on them, and then all the arrows, and then you'll be done. Okay, so one more time. Basically, what does your partner want to learn? What's going to prevent them from doing that? What type of app are you going to focus on? Do some research, go to Google Play, check out some apps, see how they're designed. In the space below, list the minimum features. What do you need? You need information to help your person. You need videos maybe. You need, decide what you need in your app to help your user, your partner, learn what they want to learn. And then draw your screens. And here's guidance on how to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to take a picture with your phone. Hopefully everyone has a phone that can take a picture. You're going to take a picture with your phone of your 6 screens. You're going to send it to me by email when you're done. Okay? This video is already way too long. If you have any questions, that's why I'm here. I don't go over this again. Don't worry. Okay? So good luck. Get work. Get work. Get to work. Get working. And good luck. Oh no, did it? Oh, it did work. Good. Phew.